It's time to check out Mr. A Boydude Reviews videos. This is called New Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 16. PV Preview. Looks hype. So this isn't even PV. This is like a preview for a PV. So hold up. Like the PV pretty much is the preview to the episode. But you're telling me we're now farming the preview for the preview? Let's fucking go.
Heavy spoilers for Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 5. You have been warned. What made Episode 5 so great was that, for the first time, we actually saw a decent leader for once. Not one who was a coward, not one who was a bully, but one who was there for his teammates and would do anything to protect them. And
that's right. Kyu is such a different type of person who is just perfect parallels to the original party members that we were working with before in season 1, all the people that backstabbed us, all the greedy motherfuckers that try to sacrifice us. This dude, different. And he is such a refreshing take. And I'm so glad that he also had the best scene last episode. The one where he cuts across the high orc with this sword, giving us that SAO-esque animation that you would see.
Mate, it was great to see. Go check out my full review for Season 2, Episode 5, as I break down every single scene in that episode and give my brutal, honest thoughts. The action scenes were cool. I loved seeing all these side characters all get their time to shine, even if it was for a...
Okay. I know that we're speeding things up to bypass the copyright stuff, but I feel like we could slow it down just a bit to appreciate some of them. And yeah, every one of them, right? Every one of these heroes, these hunters, they had their moment to shine. They're not just uninspiring, pointless background characters doing nothing to get fodderized. Every one of them have their own unique thing, which is really cool.
A few seconds, and now the crew come face to face with who appears to be the High Orc leader. While I truly enjoyed the episode, I hated the fact that it ended on a cliffhanger. Damn, so annoying, dude. Having to wait week to week for this. Oh.
So like, what would we do though? Like, for sure it's annoying, but how do we bypass this? Where would we end it? There's no good place to end it. Would we do it before we even entered the boss room? I feel like that kind of ruins it though, right? Like, imagine the episode ended when we realized that like we can't get out of the gate and we're being led to the boss room by the orcs. But rather than show that entire camera work and footage to show the depth and the scale of the boss room and hype everything up, we just kind of ended right there. That would still be a cliffhanger people would be upset about. I feel like there's no good way. The cliffhangers, as much as I hate it, as much as everyone is pissed off about it, it serves a purpose. It serves a purpose to, really make you anticipate and, have something again that is going to be good. Every day you're looking forward to that magical day when Solo Leveling comes back. I feel like cliffhangers, yes, it's annoying, but it's honestly like part of the experience.
Well, Saturday will come soon. Thanks to these wonderful X accounts, we actually have some nice comparisons of the manhwa versus the anime. And I'm not gonna lie, I truly believe...
Most important one. Chahaein's buff. The booba. The bigger titties.
And I'm not gonna lie, I truly believe the anime absolutely surpasses the manga in every way. I mean...
No, that's crazy. You can't say it surpasses it in every way. When right here, I see the webtoon on the left side, the coloring is way better. It stands out, it pops. Even the little head tilt, we did an aura analysis video where look at this orc. He's just standing there. This dude has his head tilt up, half his face is shaded, but we have the one glaring red eye to show that imposing aura, to show how, of a gigachat he is. The screaming here with the saliva that's still intact as he's opening his mouth. I feel like there's a lot of moments where the anime does do a better job, but to say definitively that the anime is better than the manhwa, the webtoon, absolutely not.
Look at some of these character designs in the...
Every time Chahaein is shown though, most of the times, if not all, Chahaein looks way better in the anime because the key artist that is behind Solo Leveling, I think, they love this character, bro. I love what they're doing with her.
Manhwa compared to the anime looks so much better in my opinion. A huge special shout out to X account advance_empire for doing these wonderful detailed comparison shots. Go give them a follow on the X account.
Shout out.
The manhwa designs were good in some areas, but I just...
This punching girl though, This punching girl though, she was way better in the anime. Like she looked kind of bland in the the webtoon, but the anime it gave that whole different personality of like a yandere maniac.
Areas, but I just like the way they were designed, lit, colored up in the anime, dude.
Dude, when you say lit colored up, then you show me these two frame by frame where clearly anybody with just base fucking just think about it. Lit colored up. This is lit colored up. Look at the turquoise blue coloring. Look how saturated and it pops out here. Look at the red eyes. Like, dude, the anime looks good for sure. There's moments again where the anime is superior. But you can't say that you love the lit colored up of the anime and then show me a direct comparison when clearly anime is not as lit and covered up. What do you mean?
Yes, some extra details are missing.
The flag aura? True. The flag aura, dude. This shit. The anime didn't have a flag on the throne. The flag, it's crinkled, it's a rustling. And there's actually, these like little flares, right? You get to see like these orange sparks, which I can only imagine being like maybe in the room there's like these torches with fires, right? And it's just basically flickering of those torches. I don't know.
Colored up in the anime, dude. Yes, some extra details are missing here and there, but I'm still impressed nevertheless. But while we have to wait for the long week until Saturday's new episode, we actually got some new preview images for the next episode, episode 6. Of course, I am indeed an anime only, and I have no idea what's going to happen.
That's the best part. It's time to theory craft.
So it's just my speculations. Image 1, we have what appears to be the leader of the orcs. At first, I wasn't 100% sure if it was the same character, but noticing that he was the only one who seems to be wearing some sort of hoodie pretty much confirms that he is the same guy at the end of the episode from last week. But if this is the same guy, what happened to his mask? What happened to the skeleton shoulder pad armor that he had?
Maybe it got broken off. Hold up, let's see. I was trying to think if like this dragon-esque mask thing is the mask that he was wearing, but I don't think so. What kind of power is he using? I feel like he's a magician, right? He has to be like some sort of magic user, right?
It seems to be broken off, and his skeleton necklace
maybe
gone. Just a theory of mine, but it does seem like this guy is in the middle of a battle. I mean, he looks incredible.
Maybe our party did something well and landed some hits on this guy and he decided to get serious. Who knows?
Be fired up. But who could he be fighting? I can only assume it's going to be Sung Jin-woo, as the next preview image is of him staring.
I want to believe that like it probably is, right? It probably is. But I want our party to do well. I don't want them to just be fodderized instantly, I want them to struggle and land maybe a couple of hits, and then Jinwoo will be like, all right, I'll take it from here, boss, and saves the day.
Staring down someone, and mate, he looks absolutely cold in this shot. The dark shadow over his face and those piercing blue eyes. The title for Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 6 is Don't Look Down on My Guys.
And my guys here probably doesn't refer to the high orcs, right? Probably refers to our side. And who would say don't look down on my guys? Probably a leader, right? A leader would. Now, would Ki-woon be the one saying this about his own, boys and girls? Maybe, but probably not. Could Jin-woo be the one saying it about the party? I don't think so. But Jin-woo saying that about his own army, his shadows, that makes more sense to me.
Down on my guys. At first, I predicted that this was going to be a statement said by Captain Sun Kinhon as he is fighting the orcs. As in last week's episode, you had the proud orcish master of curses, Ka Gagao, more or less stare down the captain, trying to be intimidating. And I predicted when I saw that title at the end of the episode for next week's episode that the captain was going to step up and he was going to make a statement. Hey,
yeah, it would again. I want that to happen. I want Ki-hoon to have this moment to shine, but I fear that they may just get stomped really fast. But like, you need to build up the suspense. I mean, if they got fodderized immediately and then Jinwoo stepped in and saved them, Would that be more impactful than them doing pretty well and then needing Jinwoo to step in? The latter would hype this party up more, but I feel like they already got that recognition. Maybe they do need to just get fucking wiped immediately, and then Jinwoo can just, you know, pop off, and the ridiculousness that this party, who was so elite, got done so dirty so fast, but Jinwoo then starts popping off, right? It really like contrasts the gap there, right? It just adds on to the power fantasy.
Orcs. It doesn't matter how many of you guys are, I'm the captain. I got to take responsibility. I need to be there for my teammates. Don't you dare look down on my guys. But now that I'm seeing this new image of Sun Jinwoo, what if this could be the exact opposite?
Exactly. He's probably telling the orcs, don't look down on my shadows.
What if instead of Captain Sun Kinhon saying to the orc leader, don't look down on my guys, it's actually the orc leader or one of the orcs telling Jinwoo to not look down on his guys?
Yeah, it could be, but I feel like a title... What kind of title would that mean? That means that this episode would be orc focused, as in like they would have the upper hand the entire episode, which I don't think is going to be the case. I feel like this episode will end this arc, right, with Jinwoo saving everybody and just clutching. So I doubt this title is referring to the orcs.
As the way Jinwoo is looking in this shot, it does look like he is looking down on someone. The first new preview image has me thinking that this new shadow warrior is actually the orc leader turned into a shadow after
That's Egris's hair. Egris. Let him cook. Let him cook. No, let him cook.
This new preview image has me thinking that this new shadow warrior is actually the orc leader turned into a shadow after Jinwoo Control-Alt deleted him. Yes, I know it's a theory of...
Listen, I'm down for people cooking, but is this not just Igris, bro? Maybe he's thrown off because of the color. Now, he's purple here, though. He's purple here. He's not blue and black, right? He's purple here. This is Igris, though, right? It's Igris. It's gotta be Igris, bro. Like, who else could it be? It's his fucking signature red. It's his sword. It's his cave.
Yes, I know it's a theory of mine as an anime only, but Sung Jin-woo loves to collect deadly enemies, like he is a 10-year-old Pokemon character traveling around the world trying to collect them all.
Yeah, but when we kill somebody and arise and erect into the shadow, their model matches what they were before. Now, Kim Chul, right, looks different to Iron for sure, because that's like a human summon. What about Igris? It's literally the same. So the orcs, right? And the bears too, right? So I feel like for the orcs, right? If it truly was the orcs, they would retain that similar aesthetics as an orc and not look like a fucking knight. You know?
But although the color palette is a bit different, this shadow warrior does resemble Igris quite a bit. Maybe some...
You don't say! I'm glad he acknowledges it though, right? I'm glad he said it.
Jinwoo will wake up Igris like he did in season 2 episode.
Yeah, I think the color is throwing him off though. And you know what? I have no clue why it's purple here either. That is very interesting because we've never seen, you know, our shadows have this purple aura. So I think it's fair for him to be confused that, is this really Igris, right? What's happening here with the purple aura? I don't know. It's just stronger. Maybe we got a power up. Maybe Igris decided to get serious and his aura changed from blue to pink purple. We'll see.
Maybe Sung Jinwoo will wake up Igris like he did in season 2 episode 2, and maybe Igris will be the one to take down the orc leader. That battle he had with the Ice King back in episode 2 was absolutely fantastic.
It was.
I know it's all speculation, but I can only imagine what type of glorious animation we're going to get in Saturday's episode. I would like to talk more about Captain Sun Kinhon, as we have a really detailed shot of him.
He is sweating buckets. It's looking like despair. It's looking GG. He's staring the fucking barrel of a gun.
And just that determined look in his eyes, the sweat, how determined he is to take down the orcs. I don't think this guy is going to make it, you guys. It's a running theme.
I hope he makes it. It might be a little bit too idealistic for me to expect everyone to survive, but Ki-hoon, like, he's such a good character, but good people don't, you know, live long. Shitty people survive like cockroaches. Jinwoo, I hope that he had a good enough impression, I know, of the Kihun party because of how kind and considerate they were right last episode, and maybe Jinwoo will maintain, everyone's safety. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Team within Solo Leveling, whenever Sung Jinwoo is in a team with a captain, no matter who they are, they never make it out alive. Yes, I know Captain Son Kinhon is a nice guy, and he hasn't mistreated or judged anyone.
Yeah, but characters like this often just die, bro. Like, not always, but like... And I know this is not a zombie apocalypse, or even Squid Games right now, but like, bro, just look at the zombie games, or zombie movies, or like, survival games and stuff like that, survival shows. The good guys die off immediately. The kind-hearted good people, they die because they're not selfish enough, right? The evil pieces of shit that you hope will die right off the bat, they make it to the bitter fucking end, just out of pure spite.
Based on their rankings, but just looking at his new preview image, I don't know, you guys, I don't have a good feeling about him.
And if he does die, then arise, and Kihun B, he can join the army.
And finally, the fifth and final new preview image.
What's she doing, bro? What's she got a pickaxe for? What's this S-rank hunter? She is stalking Jinwoo. She's literally going into the mines to be like, can I find this guy again? Why did she have a pickaxe, bro?
Image for episode 6 of season 2 of Solo Leveling is of the dancer holding an axe standing outside of the gate.
What's she doing?
In last week's episode, she was actually looking for Sung Jinwoo. One of the worker dudes told her that he was inside the blue gate, and just by her tone of voice, she seemed awfully surprised. Looking at this image of her standing outside of the gate with the axe in her hand.
What if that was Jinwoo's axe, bro? What if she's literally sniffing the axe? It's not her going into the mines, but like, oh, this is Jinwoo's axe. Can I sniff it?
And to me, it symbolizes that she is ready to fight. Even though she isn't in her full armor gear, she seems ready and willing to fight.
No. I don't think that's what it's symbolizing. And hey, let everyone cook in their own thing. My interpretation of this is she's not thinking of fighting. She's thinking of how to get close to Jinwoo. He was mining. Is this his pickaxe? Kunka. I think that she's just fucking desperate to find anything that can relate to Jinwoo.
It's just my theory, but even though it's her day off and she should be Netflixing and chilling, watching Sakamoto.
Well, here's the thing. She can't Netflix and chill if she got no mans, bro. She on the process of doing that.
Days, she just cannot get Sung Jinwoo out of her head. Yes, we all know this guy is a Chad, but there seems to be more to Sung Jinwoo's aura, and it's really stirring something inside of her. The work is...
That's right. Something's definitely stirring, bro, and she's getting moist.
In last week's episode, we're talking about how she always wears a
Could he use the ruler's finger? Because he has the hand and telekinesis hand and
handkerchief around any of the hunters. I mean, can you blame them? They're always running around fighting and attacking any deadly foe that comes in their way. Of course they're not going to smell good. They're going to smell sweaty and nasty.
But I think the smell here isn't about the body odor, right? But rather about like the hunter's aura, their power, their mana, right?
But I do feel like there's more than meets the eye with her sensitive nose. My theory is that the dancer has the ability to sense out humans and other creatures of the unknown. Back in Solo Leveling season.
I'm down with this. It has to do with him being a player and being distinguished as part of a system and not like like a human that the monsters would want to kill like instinctively.
To episode 2, there was a scene of the leader of the Eye Cells confronting Jinwoo, essentially telling Jinwoo that you are not human, stop pretending to be one. According to him, all Eye Cells can tell whether or not to kill a human or not by the voice inside their heads. But for some unknown reason, they don't hear that voice for Jinwoo. Jinwoo then told him, why are they fighting humans? The Eye Self was about to say something, but then he glitched out. I do feel like some higher order, some higher being, a person in power who
The person who created this game
looks over all the portals, possibly has all the answers, and maybe that person or order is somehow connected to Jinwoo and his new player system. We know that Jinwoo essentially died at the end of episode 1 and more or less came back to life. Maybe a part of him that made him human before died the day he got that player system, and that probably explains why the dancer doesn't actually smell anything nasty from him.
Yeah, and I want her to smell the dad too, because of the way that he was categorized as like a monster from the gate, right? And the fact that his powers were being picked up by this device that records, you know, how strong like a gate is based on the monster's aura. I would like for her to smell him too, but yeah, I think it just has to do with, you know, Jinwoo being part of the system, being a player, fundamentally different from every other human, and that's what she can kind of smell, whether that be his mana, his aura, whatever it be. She can clearly distinguish him from the rest of the people.
Because his scent isn't human, it's almost like he isn't from this world. It does feel like Jinwoo's father has some answers to what is going on with his confrontation with
Definitely he
Dulcie
does.
back in season 2 episode 3. There is just way too many unknowns about this. But whatever the case, it does seem to me, based on these 5 preview images, that season 2 episode 6 is going to be an action intense episode. It may resemble what happened in episode 6 in season 1. We just got to wait and see. We already got a full staff list for the—
Ooh, as if these names mean anything fucking to me, bro. Again, I can't remember or recognize like production value staff names. Sometimes I can recognize, you know, the soundtrack composers' names, but like all these names literally mean fucking nothing to me. If you could like give me like animes that these people have worked on, then I'd be like, oh yeah, that's the good shit. But yeah, I think that this is gonna be the most priority episode of season 2. Is that safe to assume?
For the next episode, based on the comments alone, these animators and designers who will be working on this episode—
Yeah. Look at all these people, bro. LeBron, Takayuki Kikuchi, my goat. Basically, the people that worked on the Igris fight. Yeah, this is the S-rank team. Basically, these are the S-rank hunters. This is the S-rank animators.
This episode are going to deliver absolute greatness. And mate, I'm here for it. I will be seated and I cannot wait for Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 6.
Yes,
but
sir.
Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of all this?
What did I think? I think you're cooking with Purple Igris being the orc guy, man. I don't know about that. That was fucking crazy to call him the orc guy. But hey, you never know. And this is just the preview of the PV. When the actual PV comes out too, can we double dip and farm that shit? Please go check out. Please go check out a Boydude reviews. Here's a link to the video. Give the video a like. Sub to his channel if you haven't. Go support him. I'll see you next time.